The truth about love. 1 Corinthians 13:5 says, love is not easily angered. But we often say, I just get so angry. There's a lot that we can learn about the transforming love of God from how Jesus restores Peter in John 21:15. After breakfast, it says, Jesus asked Simon Peter, Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these? Yes, Lord, Peter replied. You know I love you. Then feed my lambs. Jesus told them. This is not only for Peter's benefit, it's also for ours. After breakfast, Peter's reminded of how he warmed himself next to a fire in a courtyard right before he denied Jesus 3 times. Jesus could have performed a miracle or told a parable, but Jesus chose to ask a question. Do you love me? To reveal Peter's love level. Twice more, Jesus would ask Peter if he loved him. In John 21:17, we read that Peter was hurt because Jesus asked him the 3rd time, do you love me? Through the repetition of the same question, Jesus is exposing the heart of Peter. With each of Peter's replies, Jesus gives him a task to do. The Lord is not looking so much at Peter's past. He's focused on Peter's potential. The main point here is our love for God will always demonstrate itself in love and care for God's people. Peter was told to care for his sheep. The big hope principle. Don't let what you did keep you from what you are doing and called to do for God. You are not what you did. You are who God made you to be. Jesus wanted Peter to know that he still had an assignment for him. We can learn at least 2 big hope lessons from Peter. Big hope lesson number 1 is this. Failure does not have to be final. Peter had messed up big time. He felt awful. He could have just given up, but the transforming love of God wouldn't let him. Peter moved from hothead to hotshot for Jesus, and it can happen for you. Big hope lesson number 2, failure can be fruitful. If you were to study the life of Peter, you would discover that his failure had a positive effect on his life. Peter was a changed man. He made loving God and people his top priority for the rest of his life. And he went on to become one of the leaders in the early church and wrote 2 books of the Bible. You're not a failure just because you failed. Love can transform you because love is not easily angered. Love can rewrite your story. Why don't you let it happen today? And that's your hope to go.